Okay, how's everybody doing? So, in this episode, I want to talk a little bit about some design with the River Road diorama. Everything's sort of tentative, it's not fully secure except for this area right here. Like, this is the first module when you walk into the room, right? We're going to go in there in a bit, and I'm going to show you because I've already built this part, like part A. So, this is module A, this is module B, this is module C. 1, 2, 3, right? This is where initially Glover Road was, right? Remember how we talked about this a few days back? How this was the original footprint of Glover Road, 8 by 16 inches. So this is 2 inches equals a foot. So 4 inches, that's 2 feet. Okay? So each square that you see here represents 1 foot. So with a scale ruler on this model, 2 inches is 1 foot. So I built this maquette model so it help visually see what it looks like, before I actually build it, right? Like, it's a big enough scale where I can envision what it looks like in the room. So, the room is, was it 11 feet by 10 by, this runs a little bit longer, 12, but I'm only going to go 7 feet here because there's a small window here that I can't block. Even though there's a big window here, I'll be going across. I was lucky to get this much space, right? So, I didn't want to push my luck, but this is the way it's going to look when it's built. And I'm going to take you into the room. I'm going to show you that I built this today. I finished this, pretty much this module, and I got the lighting installed on this one. So, as we discussed earlier, like, this is where the barge slip scene is going to be, right in here. So when you walk in to the room, like, this is what you see, right? And this paper, this is cardboard paper. This is made from balsa wood. I just cut strips that are, I think these are about 1/2 inch, these strips. But I didn't scale these out because the actual full size are only 2 inches. I'll show you that in a few minutes. But so this paper is just like 1/16 or 1/8 oak plywood I'm going to cut in strips just to pack out, like, to get the shape, and then I'm going to decide the depth of my valance and my fascia profile. Okay, so just ignore this yard right here. Like, these were just concepts that I threw in a while ago. I mean, I have about 20 different drawings, but this was the initial idea that I really was going to go with. I was going to have the shop facade here, like I showed you in photos, right here, where all the locomotives pull in, and then there's just one lead coming out. I'll just show you a photo of that quick. Anyway, but I decided against that, right? Because I don't want just this one lead here with a big parking lot here and then maybe a slope. I mean, there's a road up here, kind of in the prototype. But anyway, so this is going to be the barge step. This is going to be the grand opening, the first page of the story when you come in. And then I can actually, like, this is a really nice feature that I really want to build on this layout. But I think what I might do is I might shift this whole scene over to here. Okay. And what you see right here is the backdrop, right? There's going to be a rounded backdrop in each corner. It's just watercolor paper here that I used to put in here. So I want all curves and smooth, everything smooth flowing, right? Round through the scene. So anyway, this gets deleted. So it might go over here. Actually, the original Glover Road could actually fit in here. It would go over that window a bit, but I could work it in if I want to. But that's for another discussion, and so is this module, right? I'm going to focus on this one first, okay? And before we go into the room, I just want to show you this schematic. This is a track schematic of Annacis Island barge slip prototype, okay? I've walked this line quite extensively, got a lot of photographs and research on it. I'll probably take another visit next month, July, maybe videotape it for you. But so you can see here's the barge slip. If you go to Google Earth, Annacis Island, you'll be able to find it. It's just west of the Alex Fraser Bridge on the south shore of Annacis Island. But so you can see that there's this branch line that runs along here. Like here's the main. Okay. This runs probably a quarter mile, maybe half a mile. This whole stretch here is about half a mile. So you can see there's a couple of sidings here with the lead with the facing switch against the grain, which I probably won't do. You can see there's a couple of runarounds here, and then another industry siding over here, and then the barge slip. So this is the schematic that I'm going to try to work into this space, but it's going to probably, this section here will probably be curved into this module because this is quite long. Like, we'll see how it goes, but you know, 10 feet, 12, like I'm going to need at least, like to do this kind of thing right here, which is what I'd like to do so I can do runarounds and stuff and simulate kind of a yard here. You know, it looks similar to Glover Road with the 4 tracks, but more space, but we'll see what happens here. But anyway, this is the basic schematic that I'm going to work from at first for this scene in here. Okay. So, let's go have a look at the layout, and I'll show you what I've built so far in terms of this area right here, okay? Okay, so here we are. This is Module A. There will be 3, right? Module A, B, and C. I mean, that was the original plan from way back, right? I can't believe we're here at this point already, but okay, so I'll just talk generally about the first module, frames or substrate here first. If you have any questions or whatever, just feel free to ask them, and I'll try to answer them for you. As you can see, the framework here, it's all this that you see here, and then some like cleats and some extra runs of 2-inch is just from one sheet of 3/4 inch birch plywood with 60 bucks Canadian. So I ripped the whole sheet into 2-inch strips. So bottom, upper, the panel up here is just scrap from Glover Road. I'm going to reuse 1/16 for doing my curved valance and fascia for the backing. And then I'm going to probably use Medite because it's smoother and takes paint nice. So yeah, you can see it here, and it's all fastened, you know, because it's plywood. I use glue. Okay, let me focus in for you here. Glue with, excuse me, 2 pins, 18 gauge, 1.5 inch glue, and then you can see up in the corner there, brackets. You know, metal zinc brackets. That's how I work with plywood. I've been doing it that way for years, and it works good. So, in case the wood wants to move, see, holds good. Oh, there's one, I missed one. I'll put up there. And really, really strong, lightweight, and super strong. Like when you sheet this, it just pulls it together. I mean, we never even built like this in the film industry. We just used 1x4 strapping and, well, 3/16 mahogany, but a lot lighter than this even. So, yeah, so this was about a day's work for me here, getting back into the groove from my carpentry days. But and then the lighting is all LED. Like they look like fluorescents, but they're actually all LEDs. Let's see if I can get in here for you and show you. So yeah, there's 2 4-footers there. Okay. I haven't established the curvature of this valance yet, but that's similar to the way it's going to be. And then there's a 2-foot one up in there in the corner. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some additional lighting. I'll probably run spots on goosenecks that come over the top of the valance and down to light the foreground. All right, so there's other ways that people do that, but I'm not doing it that way. So, like, you know, where it's dark right here, right? But it looks like that on camera, but it doesn't look that way live. So yeah, it's pretty simple, really. So Uh, like I say, it was one sheet of plywood. And then let me just show you what else about the cleats. Remember I showed you some photos at the beginning there. These are invaluable, right? Just run 2-inch glue, pin with brad nails. That's all you need. And then when it dries, just buck them up. These are just fantastic for, you know, doing whatever, risers, for corners, for mounting lights. Just cleats are the way to go. I've been using them for 20 years. So. Okay, so I just want to give you a couple of tips along the way when I do the build. I'm not going to take you through every single move I make. A couple things. The way I'm building, I know not everybody has a table saw. Somebody mentioned about, can I build on a slab of foam? Yeah, you can do that too, but that's, you know, that's another ball game. But anyway, so this is my portable saw. I sold all my shop stuff long ago. This is the best one I could find for the money. A rigid, excellent utility saw. Fantastic. Then I use this Jessam, right? Miter jig. Man, this thing is just, I've built so much cabinetry with this thing, and it's so precision. And plus this saw is really good. Like there's really very little run out on the bearing, so I can live with that. Now, first aid kit, always on hand, right? I have friends that look like this. Okay, first aid kit, good pair of glasses, and a mask of your choice. With this 3/4 plywood, Type on yellow wood carpenter's glue. I join it with brads, 1.5-inch 18 gauge brads. All my cabinet work I do like this, unless it's softwood and I use different joinery methods, but this is plywood, so that's the way I like to do it. And if I'm doing frames like corners, I use metal brackets in here, okay? I don't use screws because you'll split the wood and it'll all fracture apart. So notice there's 2 brads here, so I tack the whole strip, right? I just run a couple of these 8-foot strips, glue and brad, and then when I cut them into 6-inch pieces, I just drive another brad in later. And this is good for hanging lights, for bracing corners, for using for track bed or road bed risers, and on it goes, right? Make lots of these just from 4 strips. I was able to get out of 1 sheet of plywood at 2-inch rips, both upper and lower 10-foot frames, and I still have left over like this, like lots of it, okay, out of 1 sheet when it's ripped and built at 2-inch strong back. That's what I call it, 2-inch strong back, right? 2-inch here, 2-inch there, but it comes 2 3/4 this way. Okay? So yeah, she's coming together, and then this is all supported to come out, so it's free floating, right? So you can see I have 3 cables from solid pick points and the studs in the wall there with stainless steel cable, plasticide. It's the same kind of cable used for hanging paintings in an art gallery. My wife had a huge roll of it, so I just nibbled a little bit of it off her. So it works really good. There'll be a same curved kind of valance here. See if I can get back a ways and see from this angle. In closing here, you can see where it's curved. So the door, so I got my back to the door when I'm inside the room. I'm a few feet away here, and it's just going to be really nice to look at here. And then the curve, it'll just be this smooth, there'll be no interruptions, of the aisle flow nice. This valance is going to come down lower too, to block the lighting out. Because I had a 9-inch aperture opening here. It'll probably be larger because I raised the top up a ways, so it'll be probably maybe 12-inch aperture. So, you know, I think it'll be near perfect for me. I'm 5'11", and this is 55.5 inches high right here. And the track level will be probably about as high as this here. And the water, and then the ramp coming up. It'll be further back, right? But so yeah, so that's phase 1 on module A so far. All right, quite a bit larger canvas this time around. Should be a lot of fun. So just in closing, don't underestimate lighting. If you're going to go this route, you know, whatever, like, you know, half your budget might be the lighting, like you know, depending, it's all subjective, right? I mean, I'm trying to go cheap here, but you know, building materials are a nightmare right now, and you know, I have hardware from the past. I'm trying to use what I can, so you know, just you know, whatever I can recycle as well. So, okay. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next upload.